Hi all, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and today guys we're going to be doing our Enterprise D build. So we are going to do stage 25 of Build the Enterprise D, and more or less the same really what we've been working on previously. We've got some another panel to do for the saucer section, and we've got a little bit of framing to do for the battle section as well. Now I have done a little mod which I'll show you when we get over to the build table, but yeah, this model is still coming along nicely and I'm still thoroughly enjoying it. Now I've hacked how to do the windows and the lifeboats and everything so they don't fall off. It is a pleasure to do this model, it really is, and I've got no light bleeds yet, touch wood, so fingers crossed it carries on like that. But yeah, it's an amazing model and it looks beautiful as well. I'm just so looking forward to when we get the circuit board for the saucer section and we can plug all the wires in and we can see all the panels lit up at once. That is going to be really an amazing thing to see. But let's get started with today's build. So, with all that said, let's get modelling.
Program complete. Enter when ready.
Okay, so here is our deck panel. And we need to put some windows in here and 3 lifeboats. So I'm gonna do this on camera because now I've figured this out, it's not too bad. So I'm just gonna get some simple low tack masking tape. I'm just gonna cover this panel. So I'm just making sure I cover all the windows. I think once you've got into the art of doing this section, it's not too bad, and I think now I've figured this one out, it's not too bad. Now the next thing I need to do is I need to get some sharp scissors. These are not my normal ones. These ones I use when I need a sharpest edge, because what I need to do is just need to trim this because I want this panel to obviously fit nice and flush. Now I suppose I could get some bigger masking tape and draw around the panel. It might be an idea for the future. But if I'm putting this panel on the saucer section with the tape on, which I don't know if I'm doing yet, but if I have to, then I know I'm not going to get any tape caught up. So just taking the time now just to snip it down to size just works. Okay, that is more or less chopped down to size. So what we need to do is we need to put some lifeboats and hatches in. So I'm just going to get my Pattwork Upgrades mini cushion and we'll do that. So I've always got to remember that the little red notch is always facing down the panel. Also, I would say it definitely pays to make sure you take these windows off the sprues nice and cleanly. Just take your time. There is no rush to doing this at the end of the day. So I'm just simply following the diagram for these windows. Now, you don't have to follow the diagram. You could have this actually how you want it. Whether you want it a different lighting pattern, it's entirely up to you, really. I'm following the magazine because no me, I'll get something completely and utterly wrong. Oh, don't be afraid to freestyle on it. Okay, so this is the last black window going in, and then we'll just get on with the clear ones. So that one's wanting to escape everywhere, which is great. So let's get the clear ones in. It still can be a little bit fiddly getting them in. As you can see, that one has just popped out there because I knocked it with my thumb. But the tape does help it hold. And we've got literally hundreds of these to do. But this is actually quite relaxing now. Figured out a nice easy way to do this. I can just sit here, chat to the camera, and just work out how these are going to get put on. So I am not complaining. The other thing is just making sure they're placed and making sure they go the right way up. That can be the frustrating part. But this just whizzes through it. It really does. Just noticed one there on there that wasn't straight. Okay, just a few more to go. 6 more to go. Okay, and just 4 more. You don't get any spares in this stage, windows that is, but we have had quite a few spares from previous stages. So if you lose one, and if as long as you kept your spares, you should be okay. Okay, so last one on this panel. Okay, and I'm just pushing them down, making sure they're nice and home straight. Okay, so the next is we need the reflector panel. That's just going to sit on there like that. Now I am going to get a screw at the ready for this one, because we've got an LED to put in, as always. Now with it round here this way, and we get this LED, remember we just need to split the wires, just like that. We're going to be putting the yellow and white wire in. So slot that in. Didn't really want to go in, but it's in, it's locked in. Okay, and we need to secure this down with 3 BP screws. So one in there, get another 2. Making sure things are lined up as well. And then another one. Hey. Don't over tighten. And one I did actually over tighten it, but it should be okay. Right, so now they're in place. We're actually going to be fitting this panel to the saucer section. I'm just going to undo this one here slightly, because when we fit this on we have to get the LED in place. So I'm going to bring the saucer section across. So let me just clear some space on the desk. I'm going to put my Partwork Upgrades cushion down. We can bring our saucer section across, because this panel is going to be going on to here, but we need to work out where the wires are going to go. So the wires are going to go down through there so far. Okay, right, and this spare LED bulb here is going to come out just through this frame piece here. So just like that. Okay, so I'm going to turn this upside down now. So making sure it sometimes can be hard to, yeah. Okay, so this LED here that we just put in on the panel, we just need to move that up. Now I'm hoping that should secure the panel in place. Okay, so that's in place there. Right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a screw just to start that off to hold it in place there. And that is a DP screw. So I'm a bit of camera here. Because we've got that LED to put in. Is it a DP? Yes, it's a DP. Okay. I'm just going to start that one off just like that. Okay, so we need to now put this LED. Why has it done that? Right. This has decided to. Right, so it's gone through there, and then that one should go in to here on this panel. Right. Okay, sometimes it can just be a little bit confusing, but it's it is doable. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn this over. Well, I'm going to turn it so I can see what the heck I'm doing, and then we'll slot this LED in place. No. No, still not in place. This can be some of the hardest bit when you've got to place the LEDs on while it's on the frame. Right, I think that's in. Yeah, that's in. Okay, so now that's in, I'm going to tighten. Just move around here. I'll tighten this screw up that I loosened. Okay. Then I'm going to get another DP screw onto this end here, which is going to hold that in place. Tighten up this one. Okay. I'm just going to grab that wire because we can test this in a second. But just the next thing we'll do is I'm going to take this tape off. And everything should be in place, which it is. Wow. Okay. So, just because now I've taken off that tape, I'm just going to check to make sure these 3 screws are nice and tight. Well, I'm going to check all of them are nice and tight. Okay. Right, so if it's that wire that we're testing, okay, let's have a test. Here's the test board. And it doesn't matter which one we put this into as long as it's got 4 prongs on it. And if you can see that there, there we go. That is our panel lit up. Still no light leaks, which I'm happy about. So yeah, that's that panel in place, looking fantastic. That really looks impressive. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, let's unplug that. Because we're actually done with the saucer section now. Saucer section. Get it right. But we do need the battle bridge next. So I don't need the test board anymore. And I'm going to change to my smaller cushion for this one. Like musical cushions, but these things are a godsend. They really are. Right. Okay, so I said about a bit of a mod I've done. Now, this LED here, which we're actually going to put into place, is the torpedo launcher, and it's white. Now, this is lit up all the time. Now, if it's going to be constantly lit, let's just make sure it's the right colour. So it should be red, and if I turn that on, there we have a nice red glow. Right, so I'm just going to take the wire off, the tape off that, because that's what I use for painting. And the next piece we need is this piece here. This is for the skeletal frame. Now this is when it gets interesting. So what it wants us to do is put this into place, which is going to go in just in front, but it wants it to, the LED to bend in front of the battery box. Okay, that's fine. I'm a bit worried about that one. Why is that one coming over the battery box. Right, 2 seconds. Because I don't think that one should be coming over like it is. So I'm just going to unplug that for a second. Yeah, I'm not too happy. That should be, this one should be enclosed in it. Right, I can solve this pretty easy. I just loosen these screws holding this framework in. We can correct that LED light there. May have to undo this top one here. Right, that's free. Right, I'm happy about that now. I wasn't too happy about that. Now that can get plugged back into the circuit board. So I might as well show these as they happen, because yeah, I still make mistakes, so I still get things wrong, and you know, I don't know everything about this build. Okay, so now we're back to that. I'm going to make sure that all the wires are going to be seated within the framework like they should do, because we're going to put this on next. So this is where the fun begins, because we've got to make sure that red LED stays in place. Okay, right, I'm just going to be back in 2 secs, guys.
A few moments later.
Okay guys, I'm back. So, sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure that all the wires are in the correct position, which I've just done. And as you can see, that is looking a lot better now. Now, just put a nylon tie just down there, just to group these wires that are going into the circuit board a lot better. Everything is still working as it should. And as you can see, that beacon light is still in place. Well, it is in place there now, and that frame is on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to secure this frame to our Cobra neck section. And first of all, we're going to be doing with 3 BM screws. So this is more or less just like before. Now I am using the good old 3-in-1 oil just to get down into there. That's one in. Two in. Okay, and that's 3 in there. Next, we need an FM screw for just on top there. So I'll grab one of them. And they're quite big, thick, chunky screws of the FMs. And next, on the other side, so I believe this side here, we need to put an AM screw in, and that's going to tie these two pieces together. So, take that off, and I'll just swizzle it around so I can get this in. Nice and tight. Looking perfect. Okay, and again, I'm just going to test the LEDs, make sure everything's working, which it is. Nothing missing. Looking fantastic. Really impressed with that. Really impressed. So this is coming along nicely, and you can start to see the shape of this. So yeah, I'm really happy, and I'm happy also I tidied up them wires so they didn't look as bad. So yeah, excellent, win-win all round. So that is this stage done. So yeah, still love this model, guys. It's not beating me yet. Anyway, so that is stage 25 complete. Well, guys, that's it for the Enterprise D for this stage. Thank you for tuning in. I'm thoroughly still enjoying this build. It's not beating me yet. I'm learning as I go, trust me, about LED placement and threading wires through the frame and everything, but it is part of the course, and yeah, I'm still loving it, and it looks amazing. That's why I can't wait until we get the circuit board for the main saucer section. Now, no, I think we've got 1, 2, 3 boards maybe that are going to go in that saucer section, but I can't wait to get to see them, all them panels lit up. That is going to look truly amazing, and yeah, it's really going to set this model off. I've no problems with any light bleed at the moment, or any panels not fitting or lining up. They seem to be working pretty well, so I must be one of the lucky ones, but hopefully, fingers crossed, things will go like that more in the future, touch wood. But yeah, don't want to jinx myself on that one, but it's looking amazing. I'm glad I really am glad I chose to do this model again, because it was one that I really wanted to do, but the situation with the previous company wasn't great, and I had to cut ties with it. But I am really glad that I chose to do it. I just wish I had another 6 packs to do, and I could just completely build to my heart's content, but unfortunately that's not the case. I've got to wait until I get my next deliveries and everything. So yeah, but if FanHo want to send me more, I'll be happy to do more. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, please could you give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified of any future videos. But as always, stay safe and bye for now.